Piper. We're McNary High School in Kaiser tonight for Valley League boys basketball. Joining me in the telecast tonight, Harv Shabothi. Harv, we've both been looking forward to this ball game featuring two of the top players in the Valley League.
Absolutely. We have last year's Valley League Player of the Year, Adam MASTEN from Sprague, and this year's player who really wants to be the Player of the Year in the league, SHAWN KITNER from McNary.
Important ball game also in terms of the Valley League race.
Very much so. Both teams in the hunt of it. Only 4 teams can go. These two teams have an excellent chance of getting there, but neither one of them can afford a loss at this point.
All right, we're looking forward to a great ball game. Glad you could join us on Capital Community Television. We'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors. Support for tonight's program is provided by Izzy's Pizza on River Road North in Kaiser. Izzy's is pizza and a whole lot more. By G.I. Joe's. G.I. Joe's, the sports and auto store with 2 convenient locations in Salem. Seize the weekend at G.I. Joe's. By Chemeketa Community College. Chemeketa offers a first-class education close to home. For any career goal, get your start at Chemeketa. And by Portland General Electric. PGE, the power to make a difference.
In the Sprague Olympians and the McNary Celts. As a member of the Valley League and the Oregon School Activities Association, it's the goal of McNary High School to conduct all athletic events in an atmosphere of good sportsmanship. We ask for your cooperation, displaying respect towards the opposing players, fans, and officials in tonight's game. And now, introducing the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Sprague Olympians. Number 24, a 6'1" junior, Timothy Cronin. Number 32, a 6'5" senior, Adam MASTEN. Number 34, a 6'1" senior, Joseph Milton. Number 40, a 6'1" junior, Chad Murphy. And number 44, a 6'3" sophomore, Kyle Grove. The Olympians are coached by Steve MASTEN. And now for your McNary Celtics. Number 10, a 5'10" senior, Brad Wirt. Number 14, a 6' junior, Stephen Copeland. Number 30, a 6'3" senior, SHAWN KITNER. Number 32, a 6'1" senior, Jeff Slatum. And number 44, a 6'2" junior, Scott Keniston. The Celtics are coached by Mr. Larry Garr. Please rise for the national anthem as played by the McNary Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Doug Hartman.
On Capital Community Television, John Piper along with Harv Shabothi at McNary High School in Kaiser, and always a great way to start a basketball game with a pep band, and McNary with an excellent band program directed by Mr. Doug Hartman.
Ball game is being broadcast.
And Harv, we've been waiting for this for a while, a chance to see SHAWN KITNER and Adam MASTEN on the same floor. Both of those guys, of course, signing letters of intent to go to Oregon State. Adam will be playing basketball, but Shawn Kittner playing football, but a lot of people think he could play basketball as well.
Oh, I agree. They're jumping against each other right now, John.
McNary controlling the tip as Kittner goes high. Brad Wirt running the point position for the McNary Celtics, doing an excellent job, the senior.
Real key early on will be whether or not the Ole's can shut down Shawn's supporting cast.
Ball goes out of bounds, a turnover. And the Sprague Olympians wearing the orange uniforms in a tie for 4th place in the Valley League, or for that 4th playoff spot, as North Salem and Crescent Valley and McNary all tied for 1st.
Well, we saw a turnover on the first possession. That's another big key tonight. Both these teams are capable of playing a ball control ball game, and turnovers, if there's a lot of them, then it's really lopsided one way or another, could really determine who comes out on top here.
The Sprague Olympians come back with a turnover. Now it's McNary's chance one more time. McNary coming off a big win over Crescent Valley as Kittner made a 3-pointer to win that ball game. Slattum gets it to Keniston. The ball goes out of bounds, and 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for McNary. Sprague with 1 turnover on 1 possession.
So far, they've shut down everyone around Kittner, and I think that's their intent tonight. Let Shawn have his points, and they'll control the rest.
Sprague Olympians, a very patient team. Not a whole lot of experience on this team other than Adam Maston, Joe Milton.
Yeah, last year's Valley League champions graduated a lot of real high-quality seniors. Fillmore, Adam Bliss, Aaron Bliss.
Adam Maston gets the ball to hang on the rim. The Sprague Olympians up by 2, 6 minutes, 35 seconds to go, first period. You're watching the Game of the Week on Capital Community Television in Salem. Slattum for 3. Off the iron this time. Rebounded by Copeland, but he's going to be called for the foul.
I think he went over the back of Maston that time, which you kind of have to do. Adam's got some height on Stephen Copeland.
Maston, listed at 6'5", signed a letter of intent to play basketball at Oregon State University. And the Beavers coming up with a big win last night.
Absolutely. Got a big challenge Saturday, though.
McNary Celtics are going to double team Maston when he has the basketball.
Well, they really shut him down the first time they played. It's the one time I've seen Adam Maston in essence controlled by another team's defense, and it looks like that's what they're going to do again tonight.
The pass goes right through the hands of Kyle Grove. Grove, a sophomore.
A young team, as you mentioned, and Kyle's certainly one of those sophomores on this Sprague Olympian team.
So the McNary Celtics will try to get on the scoreboard. 5 minutes, 27 seconds to go, first period. Copeland with a nice move. And Stephen Copeland takes things into his own hands.
Well, we saw him emerge a little bit last week, John. We thought he could be a bigger part of the offense here, and last week he stepped up against West Albany. Let's see what he does tonight.
Maston breaks the press. And Copeland picks up the foul. That's 2 on Stephen Copeland.
That's one thing McNary can't afford. Probably see Ricky Ramirez pretty soon.
Ricky Ramirez coming into the ball game, replacing Copeland. Sprague Olympians really pretty much relying entirely on Maston for their offense. And nobody else looks like they're willing to take a shot.
Sometimes a sign of the inexperienced players, not a whole bunch of confidence.
And as we speak, a nice move to the hoop and the basket for Tim Cronin.
And intercepted by MASTEN.
A very good play by Adam. Good job of anticipating that pass.
And a nice play by the Sprague Olympians. Cronin gets it to number 40, Chad Murphy, for the easy 2. The Olympians leading 6-2 with 3 minutes 40 seconds to go, first period.
So far, they've shown a lot of patience, and big key for them is they're getting high percentage shots, and they're taking advantage of them.
Wirt dishes off to Scotty Keniston. Keniston off the glass.
Doesn't look like we're in for a high-scoring affair tonight, John. And it's really why in a low-possession game like this, each trip down is important. And again, keys are turnovers. You don't want to force any if you don't have to. You want to be patient really on both sides. Look for that high percentage shot, and then hope that shooting percentage is there tonight.
Almost a steal by Kittner. Kittner, pull up by Murphy, misses a shot. Wirt with the rebound. Gets it over to Kittner. SHAWN cross court to Ramirez. Ramirez with the jumper. Ricky Ramirez ties the ball game 6 apiece. 2 minutes 32 seconds to go in the first quarter.
McNary got the ball down the floor very quickly that time. You can tell they want to speed it up if they can.
Blocked by Kittner.
Another dimension of SHAWN's game demonstrated right there.
Shawn Kittner, an all-around player. We've watched him as a scorer, a passer, a rebounder, a defender. And foul will go against the Olympians.
On Cronin, I believe.
Fouling for Sprague, number 24.
24 is Tim Cronin, picks up the foul, and a couple of substitutions for the Celtics. Bryce Bolander, number 54, into the ball game. And also, I think number 20 came in, Coburn. In for the Sprague Olympians, number 20 is Ryan Peterson.
Ryan shown the ability to score in some of the ball games so far this year.
Nice move by Ricky Ramirez.
Ricky's given some valuable minutes coming off the bench.
The Celtics with a 2-point advantage, 1 minute 35 seconds to go, first quarter. Inside to MASTEN, he's fouled.
Well, you're right, that whole defense rotated to MASTEN as soon as he got the ball inside. There was not 2, but 3 orange shirts around him.
Bolander picks up the foul. Coming in for the Sprague Olympians, number 12 is Kevin Danielson.
Getting to see some of those young players for Sprague that we talked about.
MASTEN.
Don't think you can leave him open that long.
Three-pointer by Adam MASTEN puts the Olympians on top by 1. Our score, 1 minute 18 seconds to go. Sprague 9, McNary 8. We're in the first quarter at McNary High School in Kaiser. Shot is blocked. Slattam with the rebound, misses.
Jeff had a nice rebound position, put the ball right back up, but couldn't convert. This is one of those nights you like to have that kind of shot back again, John. You really do want to take advantage of every opportunity you have close to the hoop.
26 seconds to go, first quarter. The Sprague Olympians with a 1-point lead. Cronin might want to wake up out there. Ball tipped away by Kittner, but it will be Sprague's basketball as Coach Steve MASTEN's team will go for the last shot of the first quarter. 6 seconds to go.
Maybe not get that shot off, John.
MASTEN is fouled by KITNER. And Sean KITNER, we watched in the game of the week last week against West Albany, got in foul trouble with a couple of somewhat questionable fouls. That put him on the bench. Otherwise, he might have set the career scoring record for McNary in that ball game.
Yeah, that was one of those ball games, John, where he had a couple fouls on him, didn't look like he was in trouble, and wow, look at that play.
A great way to finish the first quarter as MASTEN lobs it in to Kyle Grove. Grove puts it in the bucket. Our score after 1 quarter, the Sprague Olympians 11, the McNary Celtics 8, and a very nice play to end that first quarter by the Sprague Olympians.
Very much so. Took advantage of an inbounds play. Had a man wide open, which is kind of unusual when you get the ball in that kind of position, but I think a good screen set that up and an easy 2.
Nice job by the sophomore Kyle Grove, recognizing he had to get the ball up quickly. There's Larry Garr, the McNary coach, talking with his team. McNary coming off that big win over Crescent Valley by a score of 56-54 as Sean KITNER scored the 3-pointer there in the last few seconds of the ball game. And the Sprague Olympians, of course, it's been the Adam MASTEN show this year. Everyone expected that. Sprague.
Let's see if we can catch that shot we just talked about. There was only 2 seconds on the clock here. Watch the orange shirts. We're looking for Kyle Grove on this. See the screen underneath left Kyle open right in the middle of the key. Double screen on each side.
Three-point margin for the Sprague Olympians. Second period just underway here at McNary High School. Cronin left open, but did not even think about the shot. MASTEN with a turnaround. A nice pass from Kyle Grove to MASTEN.
Well, one thing we know for sure is Adam MASTEN can shoot the basketball. One of the best pure shooters we've seen in the Valley League for a long time.
Bolander with a nice pass from Ricky Ramirez.
That was one, actually, the way they were playing the zone, that was Adam's man.
Ricky Ramirez picks up the foul. Our score with 7 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Sprague 13 and McNary 10. Now that's a tough assignment to guard Adam MASTEN.
Oh, it really is.
Copeland already out of the ball game with 2 quick fouls.
Yeah, foul situation interesting here, John. 5 already for Sprague, only 1, or the other way around. 5 for McNary, only 1 for Sprague.
KITNER got a hand on it, but Kyle Grove still put it in the bucket, and he's an outstanding sophomore player for the Olympians.
Yeah, he is. He got a lot of varsity time, a lot of cleanup time last year, but still to play on a state contender like he did as a freshman, really valuable.
What a play by KITNER. He took the pass away, then rifled the pass inside to Bolander.
Nice Bolander, excellent position, but obviously, as you say, John, KITNER just wrestling the ball away. That was the key to that play. What's happening, though, is Bryce Bolander is beginning to show some hands now. That was one of the concerns earlier in the season. He was not handling that ball in at the post all that well, and he's turned that around.
A 3-point margin for the Sprague Olympians. 5 minutes, 53 seconds to go in the first half. Joe Milton will not stay. Bolander with the rebound. Out to KITNER quickly. Ball knocked away by Milton. And has Shawn taken a shot yet?
Boy, I don't show anything here in the scorecard for him having done so. That may hurt the average a little bit here, John. I don't think he's been under 20 points all season.
Brad Word dumps it off to Slattum. Slattem really a key for this McNary team, as well as Kittner, of course.
Yeah, in terms of scoring, they need, especially on a night when Kittner's not scoring, somebody needs to step up for McNary, and Jeff Slattem certainly has that ability. One of the other seniors in this starting lineup.
Kyle Grove with a short jumper.
Kyle with a very quick start. 6 points now for Kyle.
Ramirez tries to get it into Kittner. It's tipped off his hands and out of bounds.
Tried to thread the needle, and just too many hands to get the ball through.
Into the ball game, number 40 is Shiloh Rowland, a sophomore for McNary, and also back in Stephen Copeland picked up a couple of quick fouls. The Sprague Olympians doing an excellent job so far on Shawn Kittner.
Yeah, and they only have one foul at this point. Impressive 4 minutes into the second quarter. You mentioned Shiloh Rowland, John. He was in double digits, looked fairly impressive against West Albany last week. You're going to tell me a lot of people look impressive against West Albany.
West Albany is good for your scoring average, that's for sure.
Well, they're fun to watch when you play against them. There's a steal.
Brad Wirt comes up with a basketball. Wirt all the way. A 1-point ball game, 3 minutes, 41 seconds to go. Sprague 17 and McNary 16.
Well, Brad Wirt doesn't do a lot of scoring for McNary, but he does those little things.
Milton is fouled as he takes it to the hoop.
Joe, very athletic, was one of the starters on last year's team, one of the 2 starters back this year.
Foul was called on Jeff Slattem, 2 shots. At the line is Joe Milton.
His first point tonight.
Milton with 2 free throws. Our score, 3 minutes, 23 seconds to go. Sprague 19 and McNary 16. We're at McNary High School in Kaiser on the CCTV Game of the Week. Slattem for 3. Will not stay. And everybody kind of looked at that one. Then it came down to Maston.
Well, Adam gets a lot of rebounds.
And a nice putback there by Ryan Peterson. Got the pass, went up strong, put it in the bucket.
Like I said early in the season, Ryan was one of the big scorers for Sprague.
Wirt to Slattem. And McNary having some success when Wirt takes it towards the basket, dishes it off.
Yeah, he's an excellent point guard, John. Excellent point guard. Dishes it well. Again, just not a big scoring threat, but he does all those little things that make for a successful point guard.
3-point lead for the Sprague Olympians. 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go, first half. Timeout, Sprague. Our score with 2 minutes, 3 seconds to go. Sprague 21, McNary 18.
John, when the score stays this low, the one danger for both teams, we've talked about each possession being important, but one of the difficulties when you play this style of game, you really don't pull away from your opponents. And for the team in the lead at this point, that's not a real safe lead by any means. Two baskets turns this game around in a hurry.
And you have to think that Shawn Kittner is going to explode here sometime.
Well, you would wonder. We're still waiting for his first 2 points tonight. The leading scorer in the Valley League. But credit the Sprague Olympians. Their defense has been very strong tonight. It breaks down just a little bit when it's challenged by work.
Dangerous pass by the Olympians. They managed to hang on to the basketball. MASTEN with the jumper. Yes. MASTEN making the adjustment.
Adam has 9 points now. Certainly winning the scoring battle tonight with SHAWN KITNER. Now it's McNary showing the patience. Well, white shirts looking for a whistle, didn't get it.
No whistle, and the Sprague Olympians coming up with the basketball. 41 seconds to go, first half. They're going to hang on to it for a while, look for that last shot.
John, I don't show number 10 in our varsity roster. I think that might be Nick Zabel from the JV squad.
We'll check that out at halftime. Nine seconds to go. MASTEN with the basketball. MASTEN with the jumper. Yes.
He's been really shooting well tonight, John. Really well.
Adam MASTEN closes out the first half for the Sprague Olympians. Our halftime score, Sprague 25 and McNary 18. And a good first half, especially for the Sprague Olympians. Not too bad of a half, really, for the McNary Celtics, considering the slow-down style. We'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors. Support for tonight's program is provided by Izzy's Pizza on River Road North in Kaiser. Izzy's is pizza and a whole lot more. By G.I. Joe's. G.I. Joe's, the sports and auto store with 2 convenient locations in Salem. Seize a weekend at G.I. Joe's. By Chemeketa Community College. Chemeketa offers a first-class education close to home. For any career goal, get your start at Chemeketa. And by Portland General Electric. PGE, the power to make a difference. 2 Salem Kaiser athletes have signed letters of intent to attend Oregon State University. Adam MASTEN of Sprague and SHAWN KITNER are those 2 athletes. Adam will play basketball, SHAWN will play football. Harv Shibothi talked with Adam MASTEN and his father and coach, and I talked with McNary football coach Tom Smythe about SHAWN KITNER.
Adam, what went into your decision to choose Oregon State?
Several things. First, the coaching staff, great guys, the quality players that they recruit, and I think the program's looking up. So.
Okay. And Oregon State as a university academically, what are some of the things you like there?
I'm thinking about business, so we checked out the program and see what they had, and so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. You still have a whole season of basketball to play at Sprague. What do you think about the oldies' chances this year?
Oh, we're pretty young. I think it depends on how our younger guys step up this year and how they do. But hopefully we can get going and put some maturity into those young guys, and I'm sure it'll happen. And hopefully we can finish in the top 4 in the playoffs.
Well, from your perspective, what are some of the things that attracted you folks to Oregon State?
Well, first of all, I think the coaching staff is superb. Eddie Payne and his coaching staff, I think, are not only quality people, but quality coaches. And I think that's evidenced by the type of kids they're getting in at Oregon State. And we just like what we saw down there. You know, I know he struggled the first couple years down there based on the group of kids that he had when he took the program over. But the last, year and a half or so, I've had a special interest in Oregon State, obviously, and kept a pretty close watch on it, and they're getting the right types of players in there, I think. And I think you're going to see a move by OSU up the ladder in the Pac-10.
Okay. And what are some of the things you think that Adam can contribute to their program?
Well, they first saw Adam in a summer tournament 2 years ago at Las Vegas, BCO tournament, and he was going to be a junior at that time, and he played the 2 spot. And I think what they liked about him then was his feel for the game. That was the first thing they had talked about Adam's game. And the fact that he sees the floor very well and passes the ball very well. I think since then, as they looked at him further, they found out he's a pretty good offensive player also. He can shoot the ball and create and make some things happen. So they seem pretty excited to have him down there.
Great. Well, obviously there's some other things that go into a choice of a university besides just the athletics. Some of the other things that you found attractive about Oregon State?
Well, they have a good business school, and Adam's interested in going into business, so that was a big impact. And even though a couple years ago he told Mom and Dad he was going to go as far away from home as possible to go to school, I think he decided it wasn't such a bad idea to be fairly close to home, around friends and family, and for that we are thankful.
Shawn Kittner, what can you say about a player like that?
Everything you say about Shawn is probably shortchanging him somewhere, because it's hard to be as superlative in your comments as he is as a player. You get special players like that once in a while. I've had a few in my career that you look at and immediately you know this is a special player. And everyone I've had in that category as an athlete has been just a great kid. Shawn is a humble kid who has maybe every right to be arrogant and flaunt his ability, but he doesn't do that. He's very popular with his teammates. He's very real. He's a very wholesome kid.
Shawn Kittner, a great receiver, but also made some huge plays for you on defense with some interceptions, causing fumbles, and was really back there in that safety position when you needed him.
Well, as you know, you've talked about our defense being better, and part of it was Shawn's ability to roam around there in the secondary, and we freed him up a lot, and he was able to make big plays when he needed to, and when we needed to have him do that, he was there. He's been there really for 2 years in that spot.
Piper along with Harv Shibothi, and Harv, talk about a couple of outstanding athletes, and not only that, some outstanding young men.
Yeah, there were really some, speaking of outstanding young men, in the first half. Adam MASTEN, talk about outstanding ball games, almost perfect for the field with his shooting and leadership out there. He scored 11 points out of the 25. Of course, we expect him to score a lot, but when your opponent only scores 18, that's really quite an accomplishment. But he was getting good passes in good positions, but the important thing was he converted every single time he had an opportunity.
On the other hand, Shawn Kittner has been almost non-existent.
Well, if I told you that Brad Word had 2 and Copeland had 2 and Ricky had 4 and Jeff Sladem had 4, you'd say, well, that sounds about right. And then we'd say, well, who's missing in all this? Because normally at this point, we're used to seeing Shawn Kittner in double digits by now. He has yet to score tonight, John.
Shawn Kittner, the key to this McNary team. His teammates are going to have to get him some shots, and they're going to have to shut down the Sprague Olympians. The Olympians, MASTEN, as you mentioned, the big man in that first half, but also a nice ball game for Kyle Grove.
Kyle Grove did step up, just as you say. The young sophomore came in, contributed 6 points. And again, you take his 6 along with Adam MASTEN's 11, that's 17. McNary as a team totaling only 18 at this point. At least from McNary's standpoint, they've had the scoring well spread out, so the other players have stepped up.
Sladem into Keniston. Keniston can't get it to go, but he's fouled by Kyle Grove. He'll go to the line.
Scotty Keniston, a very aggressive player. He makes up in maybe lack of ability, just in pure hustle. I've never seen anyone go after the ball, sacrifice his body the way Scott does.
Free throw is very important in this ball game, as it will be a low-scoring game.
We talked about that. Each shot, each trip important.
Keniston misses both. Kittner almost over the back, but gets the rebound as it's batted around by his teammates. Shawn Kittner on the board. His first points come at the start of the second half. Kittner guarding Maston.
My goodness.
Oh,
Talk
boy.
about athletic move. One-handed shot. And he now has 13.
Wirt dishes it off to Keniston, has to send it back out to Slattum. Will not stay. Keniston saves the ball over to Slattum. Kittner with a jumper. Off the iron this time, another rebound, and Slattum comes up with the offensive rebound, puts up the shot. He's fouled. He'll go to the line, and Jeff Slattum stepping up for the McNary Celtics. They trail by 7. 7 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Sprague 27, McNary 20.
Definitely trying to pick up the tempo of the game now are the McNary Celtics. You can tell their intensity, their quickness. They're really trying to get to the hoop.
McNary struggling at the free throw line. Slattum finally gets one to go. A 6-point ball game. 7 minutes, 4 seconds to go. Third quarter. Sprague 27, McNary 21.
First free throw to successfully be made by McNary tonight. Sprague has only missed, or only made 2, so not too many points from the charity stripe so far.
Nice pass inside to Joe Milton, and he was fouled by Keniston as Keniston kind of got a little out of position there and bumped into Milton.
Yeah, excellent pass into Joe Milton. He was a little bit too far underneath to really put up the ball the way he wanted to, but he will now get a chance to convert 2 free throws.
I think it's these McNary rims, Harv. We were here last week with West Albany. Nobody could make a free throw.
Yeah, and it's kind of been that same way tonight, John.
Milton with 1 for 2, back up to a 7-point lead for the Sprague Olympians. And the Celtics have switched Shawn Kittner on to Adam Maston. Slattum with a nice move, will not stay. Maston with the rebound.
We got a 3-on-2 brewing here.
Maston with the spin move. Adam Maston putting on a show.
He was our Salem Sports and Breakfast Club Athlete of the Week. I don't think we jinxed him.
Tim Cronin will pick up the foul for the Olympians. Interesting to see how many football players we have here on the floor. Of course, almost the entire McNary basketball team also played on that state championship football team for the Sprague side. Tim Cronin played for the Sprague Olympian football team.
Maybe a little cause of concern for Coach Steve Maston. That was the third foul. Third foul on Tim Cronin.
Danielson charged with the foul as the Sprague Olympians trying to keep Shawn Kittner out of the paint. Kittner with the shot. Nice inbound play, and the McNary Celtics starting to come to life here in this third quarter. 6 minutes, 4 seconds to go. Sprague 30 and McNary 23. Shawn Kittner with 4 points now.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it. McNary hitting the boards much harder now, not showing the patience they were in the first half. They're going to the hoop every opportunity they can get, trying to pick up the tempo of this game.
Cronin misses the shot. Slattum inside to Keniston. Keniston gets it to go. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. Another factor could be the McNary crowd. They're starting to come to life.
Yeah, they are. They were very, very quiet in the first half. But again, McNary going to the hoop strong.
Scott Keniston, linebacker and receiver for the McNary Celtic football team, but the free throws just are not coming tonight.
Well, so far, every time McNary has scored in this half, Adam Maston has seemed to have an answer.
Turnover for the Olympians as Grove was unable to handle the pass, a little bit high, but Grove comes right back and intercepts the pass.
makes up for the turnover by stealing it right back. Actually, the pass in from Adam MASTEN really had a lot of velocity on it. I can understand why Kyle Grove had trouble handling that one.
Knocked away by Keniston, gets it over to Slattum. Slattum with the jumper, gets it to go. A 3-point ball game, 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Sprague 30, McNary 27, and the turnovers are starting to hurt the Sprague Olympians.
Well, we talked about that at the very outset, that would be a real key tonight.
MASTEN lobs the pass inside to number 20, Ryan Peterson. Peterson fouled. He'll go to the line.
Well, Scott Keniston playing the only way he knows how, John, and that's all out. Yeah, Ryan Peterson doesn't have any problem with the rim. Ryan's now has 3 points for the evening. Make it 4. He's got a good shooting touch too, just like Adam MASTEN.
Wirt for 3, off the marks, coming up with the rebound. Number 54, I believe, is Swanicut. I don't have him on the roster here.
A couple players, I'm sure, up from the JVs, John. Varsity roster only listing 9, and they're deeper than that on that bench tonight.
Peterson with a jumper. Nice move by Peterson.
He's capable of doing this, John. He was relatively quiet in the first half, didn't start tonight, but coming on here in the third quarter.
The lead back up to 7 for the Olympians. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go, third quarter.
Foul, I believe, on Joe Milton.
Milton picks up the foul, and the Olympians are picking up quite a few fouls in this half compared with the first half. Already their 16th foul, and most of those coming trying to contain SHAWN KITNER. KITNER with a nice move, beautiful pass to Bolander. SHAWN KITNER is a complete basketball player.
Very much so. You mentioned that foul situation, John. It's just a total flip of the first half when it was 5 fouls to 1 the other way. This time it's 6 to 2. And McNary may very well be able to take advantage of a bonus situation not too much further from now.
MASTEN for 3, blocked by KITNER. Peterson comes up with it. MASTEN, the floor leader on this team, the leading scorer.
Probably a leading rebounder, assist man.
He's got it all.
Yeah. Like SHAWN KITNER, good all-around player. Excellent pass.
Peterson misses the easy shot as all the McNary Celtics stop. Brad Wirt turns it over, but I think on that last possession, all the Celtics thought that MASTEN was going to be called for traveling. They all stopped, and Peterson was camped under the basket with about a 1-footer and missed it.
Yeah, missed it. We talked about the fact that this is the kind of evening you don't want to miss those easy opportunities. That is definitely one I'd love to have back.
Now he'll be able to watch it again on CCTV.
Well, he's only a sophomore also. Ryan Peterson, Kyle Grove, 2 sophomores playing an awful lot of ball this year. As you mentioned, John, this Sprague team is a relatively young team in most of their positions.
Sprague Olympians slowing things down, definitely to their advantage in this ball game.
Very much so. McNary, when they have gotten the ball, has tried to pick up the tempo, but they haven't disrupted the Sprague offensive game plan, which for Sprague is to take as much time off the clock as they can. They're going to try to milk this lead.
5-point advantage for the Sprague Olympians. Under 1 minute to go, third period. They led by 7 at the half, 25-18.
Well, the shout of boring comes up from the McNary fans. Doesn't seem to faze the Olympians.
And these are the times when it is too bad there is not a shot clock in high school basketball.
Yeah, we used to have this kind of situation occur in collegiate basketball, and they finally did have to change that rule. Grabbed that time by SHAWN KITNER.
KITNER saw MASTEN getting away from him, and he reached out and grabbed him.
Said, I have a foul to give. Not a bad play by SHAWN KITNER, because now Sprague's got to get the ball up in 3 seconds. So it's got to be past catching up, and that's not going to be easy to do. Especially when you step on the line.
The Sprague Olympians turn it over with 3 seconds to go in the third quarter. McNary, however, will have to go the length of the court in 3 seconds.
Adams probably saying, don't show that one to Eddie Payne.
And that is one long 3 seconds. But in any case, after 3 quarters, our score, the Sprague Olympians 34 and the McNary Celtics 29. The McNary Celtics only able to cut that lead down by 2 points. They trailed by 7 at the half, now trail by 5. And they got off to a pretty good start, Harv, in that third quarter. But once again, the Sprague Olympians with Adam MASTEN running the show, able to really maintain that lead, and McNary not able to gain on them.
Well, McNary tried to force the issue, just as you said, John. When they got into their flow of their offense, every opportunity they were bringing the ball down the floor as rapidly as they could, tried to score quickly. Sometimes didn't take the best of shots under those circumstances. But credit the Olympians, they did not get into that kind of ball game. They hung tough and continued to play the style that they believe they have to play to be able to stay with this McNary team.
The Sprague Olympians coming into tonight's ball game with a 6-5 record, tied with Lebanon and South Salem. On the other hand, the McNary Celtics 9-2, tied with Crescent Valley and North Salem. And that North Salem basketball program is definitely on the way up, and a lot of that has to do with Chuck Robinson going with those young players 2 years ago and getting them the experience you need to compete in the Valley League.
Yeah, he did do that. You remember he played, I think, 3 freshmen at a time, and perhaps took some criticism for doing it that year, but now North Salem seeing the payoff for that experience, just as you indicated. Big game really tonight for Sprague, yeah.
Great play by the Olympians as MASTEN goes up, banks it off the glass on the lob pass. KITNER was right there. MASTEN got up in the air. 3-point attempt by Copeland will not stay. Rebounded by Joe Milton.
Unfortunately, when you got a game like this, John, where Sprague is trying to conserve the time on the clock and make that clock go, you can't always afford to take that 3-point shot and get yourself back in the ball game. Shoot a few of those, unfortunately, you lose another minute on the clock. But Sprague really needs this one more than McNary does, John. They're being 3 games down right now in the standings. They lose tonight. It puts them 4 games down behind McNary with less than half a season to go. That would be real tough to get back into contention.
Sprague doing a good job handling the basketball.
Yeah, see, this is the problem. Copeland puts up the 3-point shot, misses, and as we say, there's going to be another minute off the clock by the time this is all through. And they might be behind even further.
Milton called for 5 seconds.
Well, you can take time off the clock, John. You just can't hold the ball.
But it's going to be difficult for the McNary Celtics to overcome that lead.
Well, they can't rush it. What they have to do, John, is to try to get some high percentage shots. They've got a distinct height advantage if they use both Bolander and KITNER. On the Sprague side, the primary height actually resides in MASTEN, and he's obviously not going to be able to handle both those players. I think it's a situation, we saw the ability last week of McNary to pass the ball. They have to still show a little bit of patience in terms of not rushing the shot, use their passing, use their athleticism, and get high percentage shots. They can get themselves right back in it.
Glad you could join us on Capital Community Television. John Piper along with Harv Shabothi, and hopefully you'll stay with us for the rest of the Valley League season. Exciting basketball ahead, and also a couple of other programs coming up. The Valley League Swimming Championships will be this month, and also the Valley League Wrestling Championships. And Harv, you had an opportunity last year to watch the wrestling championships. That's some pretty exciting stuff when they get down to the district meet.
Oh, it really is, and you know, the competition for third and fourth place is so crucial at that district meet, because the fourth place wrestler doesn't get a chance to go on to wrestle in that state meet. So it's do or die by the time they get down to that third and fourth spot.
Copeland misses a shot. Rowland with the rebound gets it out to Slattum. Back inside to Rowland. He's fouled by Kyle Grove.
That time McNary did take a higher percentage shot. Didn't make it, but they were shooting from well within their range.
That's the 7th team foul on Sprague, so it'll be a shooting opportunity for Rowland.
And from McNary's standpoint, a nice thing about this situation is that clock stops.
Got to make those free throws.
And that's one thing they haven't done a great deal of tonight.
I don't know what it is about free throws at this gym, but nobody can seem to shoot a clean free throw. Grove with a nice block out and the rebound.
Nope, I tell you, the only ones that really look clean tonight, Ryan Peterson had a couple down at the other end, but you're right, they've been banging on that rim and springing right off. They did last week too.
KITNER going up against MASTEN. Another turnover for the Olympians.
Not something they can really afford right now.
But the Celtics have got to capitalize.
And again, get that high percentage shot.
Cross court to Copeland. Copeland off the mark, hits the side of the basket. Rowland tries to get the basketball, and he's fouled. And a one-and-one opportunity for Rowland.
Good hustle by Sprague, but a little bit too much body, and Shiloh Rowland with a chance to get 2 important free throws here.
5 minutes, 34 seconds to go in our ball game. Sprague 36, McNary 30. The free throw is extremely critical, as every possession so important when the Sprague Olympians are slowing things down. Into the ball game, number 40 is Chad Murphy for the Olympians. Shiloh Rowland, a sophomore.
And we talked about the young sophomores on Sprague's side. We've got some young talent on this McNary side too.
One more free throw for Rowland. Good crowd on hand here tonight at McNary High School. We want to thank Mike McGann for all his assistance. He's the athletic director. Rowland with 1 for 2 and rebounded by MASTEN.
He's down in San Diego this weekend, John. He told me he'd love to be here, but he's going to get a chance to see his boyhood idol, Ted Williams, this weekend. Big event for Mike.
Timeout, our score with 5 minutes, 27 seconds to go. Sprague 36 and McNary 31. And the free throws, they just aren't going down.
Well, they aren't, and when you look at this 5-point margin and consider that they could have made those points up by making, of course, they would have had to make all their free throws, but had they done so, they could have a tie ball game right now.
The Sprague Olympians have done an excellent job containing Shawn Kittner. Kittner coming in here averaging, I think, about 27 points per game tonight. Nowhere near that.
He's got 4, John.
He hasn't had the opportunities.
No, he hasn't. And yeah, what they've done, Sprague has kind of packed the paint. And Shawn loves to operate in there, but it's pretty hard to get a pass through 4 or 5 bodies, and that's what McNary's been confronted with. Big possessions coming up now for Sprague. The last 2 times down, they tried to take time off the clock, and on both occasions did succeed in taking time off. But you want to take time off the clock and get some kind of offensive shot up and some offensive play, and they didn't do that either the last 2 times down.
Stolen by Copeland, gets it over to Kittner, back to Copeland.
And McNary showing the patience. This is what they need. They'll get an open shot if they keep working it. They've shown us that ability to pass and work it.
Ball knocked away and out of bounds. It will be McNary's basketball.
Again, almost threw it away. Wanted to get it to Kittner, and tonight may just be one of those nights you've got to rely on some other people. Shawn may just not be able to get those open shots.
Kittner with the jumper off the mark this time. Rebound by Slattum. Slattum is fouled. He'll go to the line.
Fouls on Adam Maston.
Grove called for the foul.
Again, I'm not sure. You know, McNary again tried to get the ball to Kittner. Kittner had a halfway decent look, but it's kind of like we're going to force it in there one way or another so Shawn can take the shot. There's other people out there who can do the job, including the man at the free throw line.
Jeff Slattum with one more free throw. The foul situation really a factor here as the Sprague Olympians with 9 team fouls. The next foul will be double bonus time. McNary only 3 team fouls here in the second half.
Well, the price Sprague has paid for shutting down Kittner has been to pick up an awful lot of fouls here in the second half.
It's been a pretty good trade-off, though, because McNary hasn't shot the free throws very well. Stolen by Kittner, out ahead to Copeland. Copeland lays it in. We've got a 1-point ball game, Harv.
Well, what's happening here, John, is McNary is basically shutting down Adams' supporting pass, and Adam is trying to get the job done by himself, but he's just not able to do it.
Milton loses the basketball, and McNary with an opportunity to take the lead here with 3 minutes 57 seconds to go. They trail by 1, 36-35.
McNary fans on their feet really for the first time tonight.
Slattum for 3, will not stay, rebounded by Maston.
Boy, if that one would have gone, the crowd would have erupted.
Adam Maston with kind of a frustrated look on his face.
Well, to be honest, a lot of the Sprague players do. Joe Milton, Adam's father Steve, both very unhappy with that last turnover. Thought a foul should be called. In fact, their bench is still hollering at the referees.
And I think they're also unhappy on that rebound. Maston was kind of smacked on it. No foul there, but you got to remember you're playing at McNary High School here in Kaiser.
Exactly right. I mean, it's there is that home court advantage. I don't care where you're playing. As neutral as the referees try to be, the crowd does have an influence. I think that's everywhere in basketball.
And a great crowd they have here at McNary High School. Great band. It's a real nice facility here.
Yeah. Well, McNary supports its teams. There's no question about that. And all the Salem schools really do, and I'm proud to say that. But especially up here in Kaiser, McNary fans are behind their team all the way.
Rowland picks up the foul, but it's only the 4th team foul on the Celtics.
First, 4th team foul.
Coming back into the ball game for the Sprague Olympians, number 44 is Kyle Grove. Maston tried to dish it, but there was Slattum, got a hand on the ball, knocked it out of bounds.
Well, right now we've got a situation where we talk about inexperience on the floor. Of course, at this time of the season, they're not inexperienced anymore. But I see two sophomores out there.
Rowland knocks the ball off number 40, Chad Murphy, and it's McNary basketball again. Can the Celtics convert this time? They've had their opportunities. 3 minutes, 28 seconds to go. Sprague 36, McNary 35.
One more time, McNary has a chance to take the lead.
Copeland tries to lob it inside. It's taken away by Maston.
That inside pass just isn't there.
Blocking foul as Maston takes it to the hoop. It's going to go against Brad Wirt.
McNary fans don't like that call.
Now Brad looking for the charge.
Let's see if we can catch it here, John. Let's watch Brad Wirt in the paint, in the blue. Is he planted? Oh, I would say so. That's always one of the hardest calls, though, in basketball, John. Is it a block? Is it a charge? And that play, in fairness to the officials, tends to be bang, bang.
1 for 2 for Maston. Sprague 37, McNary 35. 3 minutes, 8 seconds to go. The Celtics have had their chances. They've been unable to score here.
Patience, get the good shot, they can do it. There is a wide open shot there.
Slattum.
Strong rebound, McNary.
And stolen by Joe Milton. Copeland had the basketball. Milton took it away from him.
He really did. Joe Milton, quite an athlete. Doesn't score a whole bunch, but he does so many other things on the court. Reminds me an awful lot of Wirt. Senior leadership from Joe Milton.
Milton with the jumper.
Whoa. Sometimes he does score.
A 4-point margin, 2 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Sprague 39, McNary 35.
For Joe Milton, only 6 points tonight, but boy, none bigger than that one. Make that 5 points tonight, but none bigger than that.
Milton picks up the foul, and to the free throw line goes Shawn Kintner. 2 shots now as Sprague is in the double bonus situation.
Shawn Kintner, 4 points. Who would have ever thought?
Coming back into the ballgame, number 24, Tim Cronin for the Sprague Olympians, and coming in for the McNary Celtics, number 22 is Ricky Ramirez. Coach Larry Garr has kept Bolander on the bench for quite a while. He had a pretty nice first half. Kittner too strong, rebounded by Ramirez. Kittner for 3. Will not stay. Maston with the rebound loses the basketball, gets it back as he hits the deck.
The interesting thing, McNary wants a travel call of that, but you know he was dribbling all that time. And I think that's the situation. Now he almost turns it over.
He's fouled by Brad Wirt. That's the 15th foul on McNary. Correction, that is the 16th foul. One more will put Sprague in the 1-on-1 situation. 1 minute, 41 seconds to go. The Sprague Olympians leading by 3.
Big possession here by Sprague.